lot of sleepless nights. I had a sciatic nerve pain from the lower part of my back all the way down to my ankle. When I couldn't sleep at night, it was impossible to lay down.
How long did you have that symptom?
Out of the question.
Yeah, how long did you have those symptoms?
Off and on since October.
Okay, so about 6-8 months actually.
Right.
We knew what your problem was. You had stenosis, you have scoliosis, you have listhesis, you had pretty bad spine.
Yep.
Now, you were offered already a surgery, is that correct? Tell me about it.
That is correct. It was Dr. I can't remember.
No, names don't matter.
I had two surgeons.
Yeah.
One was vascular, and one was a neurosurgeon.
Okay.
That were going to perform the surgery. And
what kind of surgery? Did they explain
the same surgery that I received from you, the spine or
fusion.
Excuse
yeah,
me.
but different technique, correct?
Different technique.
Tell me about it.
Same apparatus and hardware.
Yeah, same hardware. Yeah.
However, a much longer recovery time.
Yeah. What did they tell you about the surgery? What that surgery would entail?
They told me that I would get a bar in my L4, L3, L5 area, and some screws. And they said I'd be in the hospital for 3 to 4 days, roughly. No guarantee, it might be longer. And I'd be out. Pardon?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'd be out of work for, in my line of work, probably a good 6 months.
Okay. Now, how would they get those hardware in? How did they explain to you the details of the surgery?
Yes.
Because you said there was a vascular surgeon involved. Why would a vascular surgeon get involved in a spine surgery? Did they explain to you?
Yes, they were going to go through the front, and he was going to take and move all my organs over. You know, push all them and hold them over so the neurosurgeon could put the hardware in. I'm not really sure, from the front somehow.
Yeah.
And operate on me as the other surgeon held everything out of the way, my stomach.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what other organs, quite
well,
honestly.
everything important is in that area.
Yes.
This is called ALIF, or anterior lumbar interbody fusion. I'm well versed, I'm well trained to do that surgery, and I have done plenty of those surgeries. And certainly that is an option. The surgery is what you describe as an option, but just the fact opening up your belly and moving all your organ to the side is an invasive procedure by itself.
Right.
No, but you found me. Tell me about it.
It's amazing because I got up in the morning one morning when I already had the surgery set up, and I turned on my TV and I was going to make a cup of coffee, and I saw your infomercial.
Okay.
And I thought, I've never watched one before. And I watched it and I was just thrilled. I mean, here.
What thrilled you about that?
The recovery time.
Yeah.
The lack of hospital time, or the difference in hospital time, possibly none, up to a day, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And I could have been in as long as a week with the other technique, or the other procedure. But most of all, like I say, it would be the recovery time.
Recovery time, yeah.
Because I am ready to get back to life.
Yeah, no, your surgery was just yesterday.
Yes.
My part of the surgery was 53 minutes. Our blood loss was a little more than an ounce, which is really nothing for this kind of surgery. You already have walked, have you not?
Oh yes, I've been walking since I woke up and post-op.
And you told me that you had the pain in the leg that is different or gone now. Tell me about it.
It's not the shooting pain that I had. It's more like a stiffness from my back. But it does not shoot down the back of my leg.
Yeah, so that pain is gone now.
Oh, it's a miracle.
Plan for today is, doing physical therapy, teaching you certain action, and then letting you go home. Do you feel you are ready to go home?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Now.
And I said, I believe this is the way all of them are going to be done. I've had laser knee surgery.
Yeah.
I had my first open knee surgery was in 1973.
Okay.
And I was out of work for over a year.
Yeah.
Now that's a 3-week layoff for me.
Yeah.
So I think it's the way of the future.
Once we looked at the data, our blood loss is 1/10 of the open surgery. Our hospital stay is almost 3-4 days less than open surgery. But more importantly, we have farmers who go back to work within months. We have people who have been on narcotic for years. Within weeks, they come off narcotic and are able to resume their life. because we fix the problem without causing too much damage. The problem with the old-fashioned surgery, as you mentioned, is you have to either from the back literally fillet you open, or from the front, cut your belly open, push all the organs to the side, and that is invasive. That has consequences. Now, your example that, of a person who's informed, who is persistent, and at the end of the day, the whole system is about people like you, patient. This is the ideal situation, that we have a procedure for you with 1/10 of the blood loss, significant less hospital stay, and faster recovery. But you told me your insurance gave you a hard time to get it scheduled. Tell me about that.
It's funny, they did, and they had, I could go see you as a doctor, Dr. Abbasi. You were on their approved list. However, you were not approved to do your procedure, the type, the OLLIF, I believe it's called, was not approved. And I called them up. I spent a lot of time on the phone. I said, how is it that this is not approved?
Okay.
There's less stay, less recovery. I could understand it because all the costs would have to be less.
Yeah, what
and
did
the
they tell
hospital
you?
stay too.
Yeah, what did they tell you?
He said, let me research it. I got a very good worker. The third call I made, I think that was day 2 or 3. I finally got a guy that was very gung-ho, and he says, we really should be looking into this because this makes sense.
Yeah.
I was very pleasantly surprised by that kind of an attitude.
Yeah. We have been showing our data to lots of people. Every person who have looked at the data has never gone back to old-fashioned way. As a matter of fact, we have shown this procedure to insurance companies to a point that the vice president of the Blue Cross in Minnesota for physician relationship, they stopped their surgery on their mother. They sent the mother to us to do the surgery because once you look at the data is undeniable. This is like, driving from here to New York or flying from here to New York. The difference is truly significant. And you are an example for it.
It's a no-brainer.
And we have 1,200 examples like you. The data is truly undeniable. But I'm a little, disappointed that insurances give the patient a hard time to get a better care, which we did a research, we published a paper, is actually for them, it's cheaper.
Yes, and I did my research without help from them.
Yeah.
Because I knew this is what I wanted and I wasn't going to let go.
And that is the advantage of being an informed patient.
Yes.
That is why we have so much information out there for patients to inform themselves.
I looked you up.
Thank you.
Quite
thank
thoroughly,
you.
I might
And
add.
and people like you are going to make a difference in the healthcare in the few years because informed people make the right decision, and if more people ask for right decision, we doctors, we hospital, the insurance company, we will follow.
And I
So
was
thank you for your diligence.
Thank you, but I was told also that you weren't licensed or affiliated with certain places that they wanted to do the operation.
Yeah.
I said, this isn't about you.
Yeah, exactly.
This is about me.
That is always about patient. That is sometimes we, lots of people who are in healthcare, they see it only as a business. It is not a business. It is different. It's about taking care of patient. And
yes.
Lots of people forget that. Thank you for reminding everybody on that.
Well, it's probably saved a lot of people their houses. In my business, in the
Yeah.
construction and building, you can't be out of work for over a year.
That's right. That's right.
Nobody cares. And nobody says, okay, pay me next year.
Yeah, that's right. Well, thank you so much for the interview, and I will share it with people who should know this.
They feel free to give them my number. I'll be happy to talk to them about it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.